Hello everyone, and this is Serenity's here, back with another awesome Halo 3 gameplay for you guys today. This time today guys, more on my road to 50. Last time we had the gameplay against King Assisted and his team, in which all the players in that game were 35 to 40. I think at the time in that gameplay I was about level 35 or something like that, or maybe 36, I can't remember. This was a game that more or less followed directly after, so obviously running with my boys Gamble and Defy again. This was when we were running freeze. We matched a pretty good team of 4 on Orbital right here, and I have got a lot of good Orbital gameplays. I probably will release some of the other ones that I completely destroyed in, but they weren't games that I thought were very important in my road to 50. The matches I'm going to bring you guys are the most sweatiest games that we had, and the games I feel we played against the best sort of players in the playlist. So I won't bring out every game that I played in my road to 50, but after the road to 50 thing is after the series is finished, I'll probably release some of these lesser games I didn't feel was important to upload, but I'll show you that I did have plenty more action as well. So good to know on Serenity's vids, there'll be a good source of Halo 3, so I really hope you guys look forward to that. I'm still really enjoying Halo 5, guys. I'm just not as in love with it at the moment. I haven't really played a lot of it with my team, so for me it's a good game. It's just I haven't really found my feet with it yet. I mean, I've got some good ranks in arena and everything, but I don't know. At the moment, I'm just sort of like waiting for the time, which I'm sort of enjoying it more. But anyway, guys, back to this gameplay right here. So we've got a nice Orbital Slayer against a pretty good team, playing against an Anthrax, who's a really good player. At the time of this gameplay, this team was ranked between 35 to 40 or so. They had Elmer's Tender and Elmer's Crispy. I'm assuming they're a sort of double duo. They were really good players as well, and they also had EasymacizZzle or something. And on our team we had Gamble, Defy, Serenity's, the God Squad, and we also had Reserve Music, who was just a random. He was about I think he was level 36, so he was an okayish random to get. He did make some weird pushes in this game though, so obviously playing with random we had to kind of monitor that, but I really like these gameplays where we're playing with just 3 members of our team that we had, because I'd say the team I had with Gamble and Defy, usually Domi would be our 4th. That was my best team in Halo 3, I really loved playing in that team. And then at other times, other God Squads that I had was probably playing with Gamble, Truth and slew them, or Gamble slew them and Fragzy was another really good team. So I don't know, there was a lot of God Squads that I had playing, but those are like 2 of my favourite ones. So it was really enjoyable to play with that team. So obviously we're playing Orbital Slayer, guys. Always important to remember who has what. Also, equipment's going to be your friend on this map. Definitely have to make use of the most of like camping and hiding on this map. As you can see, Mauler's quite a frequent weapon that people pick up, because it's very useful in those close combat situations, especially when people are hiding behind boxes. It makes you more alert of your radar and your surroundings on Orbital, because you have to check all of your corners. You can't just sort of run into an area and expect to not be shot at, so you definitely have to be alert all times. You have to pay good attention to your HUD, know what's going on. At this point, that was a really nice power drain by that guy. I couldn't really stop that. Managing that sort of destroyed my regen, but my teammates were lucky enough to spawn with me, so they could help me out as I put shots on that guy. But looking to push up. At this point, guys, it was a very tight game all of throughout, playing against Anthrax and his team, so it was really quite a sweaty game. We were sort of struggling at the start, but we did start to come back into it. So as I say, guys, Orbital is best to be patient. You can't just immediately push around, you have to wait for key moments. Unfortunately, they get rockets there, so that's going to really suck for our team. So we're trailing by a few kills now, so we're definitely going to want to come back on that. Get a really nice spawn here behind them, so I'm going to definitely want to put on shots. Some questionable nades were thrown there into the back of my teammates, but what can you do? So just going to have to stay alive here and try and help out my teammates as best as I can. As you can see, the Mauler exchange is out. Funny enough, you do get a lot of standoffs on Orbital, but as you can see, spawning, you do have to really pay attention to the players that you've killed and the players that you've not killed, because those certain players will spawn behind you on the next life. So you definitely have to keep tabs on what kind of slaying you've been doing, because depending on that, you'll get different people like spawning behind you, or how many people will be in each portion of the map. So definitely have to keep tabs on that. Obviously it's important to do that to make sure that you aren't overwhelmed, especially when you're trying to hold a setup on Orbital. But the thing I do like about Orbital Slayer is just very, you have to be quite a smart player to do well on this map. Your nades have to be really good as well. As you can see, they threw some really disgusting nades that are random there, and were able to kill him at the doorway. So definitely have to be alert when you play Orbital, and just like play as best you can with your teammates. As I say before, most of Halo 3 radar game types all about patience, so you just want to kind of wait for that best opportunity. At this point, Defy has rockets, so I'm not gonna push around. I'm just gonna wait for him to give me the go ahead, and then I'm gonna help him out. So it was a really nice play from him to retrieve those rockets as well. Obviously, Gamble, the slaying machine, will do what he can to get some kills as well, so that's a really nice play. At this point, I'm just looking to be there for Defy in case he gets unlucky with the rockets or something. Also, make sure he's got support if anything happens. So, as you can see, looking to put on shots. Hopefully, they'll come and try and finish us off now, because usually when you get weak, sometimes a player might chase you, so we were hoping that they might lure into Defy so you could get the kills. As you can see, just really nice patience from Defy. He's not really making any pushes, just waiting for the opportunity to use those rockets to get us back into this game. Really nice rocket from Defy to finish off there. Unfortunately, I was going to get power drain. There's a really nice play from Anthrax's team. I didn't expect the power drain at all, and unfortunately looking to try and push him forward, but I can't do it on that occasion. So really nice drop down there, really nicely well timed. I managed to actually get away, saving us a kill there, because obviously that could have been a kill for the enemy team. Power drain in the spawner there, really nice shots on that guy, managing to nick his regen. That was a really huge play. That's going to really help us out now. As you can see, Slayer's all about free kills, guys. Got a free kill at the back of the map here, so that's another guy who got dead. Got double there, and that's a really nice bit of play, and Defy finishes off the third guy. So that push was really quite important for us to move forward with this game. That was a really nice push from the team, Gamble, Defy and Serenity. So that was a really nice play from all of us there. Just really impressive play, definitely a winning play that helped us out in this match a lot. At this point, guys, just looking to check our flank, because obviously smart players will crouch in as much as possible and try and flank you. So that's why I was just kind of crouching here, because I wasn't sure if there's a guy around here. I did get a call out for a guy around snipe, so I just wanted to make sure I was being careful, really. Also, a nice idea to grab the power drain. I didn't expect Elmer's tender to be there, so my BR shots were a little off, and again, lucky with that. Also received a tea bag, so this shit was on now. But I was looking to throw the power drain up to rockets, guys, because that would have been a really nice bit of help for my teammates there. Might have got us a couple of kills as well, but managing to command the regen, so I'm going to use that for my teammates when necessary. Also checking our flank, I thought I saw someone there, but maybe I didn't. So looking to help my teammates. As you can see, a lot of nades come around this area, so we just want to deploy the regen to be safe. Obviously we don't want to let them command it. It's a nice bubble shield from the red team, quite a nice timed one. If they'd been more aggressive, they might have been able to get some kills on us here, but I think both Defy and Reserve Music get some nice trades with beatdowns there and some kills, and we get more of them dead. So really great plays as well in Orbital if you can kill all of the enemy team sort of together rather than killing people individually, because most of the time if people spread out on the map and you kill individuals, it can make it very hard to predict where they're going to spawn. So when I was talking about that really good push that we made earlier, that was a really good push because we got 3 dead, so we know that 3 of them will spawn sort of together. So that was a much better play, as opposed to killing one at a time and having them spawn in different parts of the map would have been a bit confusing. So it's better to take out people in mass on Orbital. I think as well that's why rockets are such an important power weapon on Orbital as well. You don't get as many, you only get 2 rockets in Orbital, but they are actually a really big threat in Orbital because they can take out a whole entire team. Also, it's much better to kill in mass on this map as opposed to solo, just individual people. So looking to just hold, guys. As you can see, we were struggling in the beginning to actually get our foot into this game. And now we have a good lead, we have a good setup, our team's working really nicely together. Unfortunately, I was trying to push for that kill there, but I didn't think I had. I thought I had more shields to push for the kill, so unfortunately I am going to be taken out there. It's a nice attempt to try and finish off, but just unfortunate for me I couldn't do it. So off the spawn, guys, they're going to help out my teammates wherever possible. I had no idea that guy was crouching there. As you can see, you know, Orbital is a very crouched game type. Really nice nades from Serenities there to finish off. I think that was on An Anthrax there. Getting a power drain here, guys, is going to be really useful. Managed to put it on Elman's tender, the guy who bagged me earlier. Not sure why, but I had received actually some funny, you know, sort of things from playing Halo 3 ranked actually, because obviously I've got a rep for being a H4 kid, and it was quite funny to play it because a lot of these Halo 3 sweats that I played, like, they're like, oh, you know, I think some of them might have known who I am, but like the occasional teabag or I don't know, like the beatdowns were there after death. So I don't know, some bit of rivalry from the Halo 3 kids in this playlist. But as you can see, guys, there was a free kill behind that wall as well. Defy and I were trying to finish off, so if our teammate hadn't got the other one, we would have got that one and won anyway. So guys, there you go, 50-40 against An Anthrax and his team's a really nice gameplay this one. As I said before, this was my games between 35-40, somewhere around that level. This was Serenities, guys, with more Halo 3 Road to 50. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.